What is up, guys? Here from Madden YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to take a look at a potential shadow nerf that EA may have made to the gun bunch tight end, and also a way to defend the PA boot over when you face it in online gameplay. But before we get to the video, please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Also, make sure you guys take the time to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the uploads coming your way here on the Madden YouTube channel. If you guys want to take your game to the next level in Madden 21, check out my strategy site, gridirongameplans.gg. Gridiron Gameplans is your one-stop source for all things competitive Madden. Every week in our Vault update, we take a look at the meta, or the most effective tactics available being used by pro players on the MCS circuit, breaking down not only how and why the pros do what they do, but most importantly, how you can counter those metas when you face them in online gameplay. On top of that, your subscription also includes any and every offensive and defensive game plan released on the website while your subscription is active. And I actually just released my Nickel 245 defensive game plan on the website today, with over 2 hours of breakdowns, locking down all the popular plays, all the popular concepts, shooting the most popular runs, interesting and unique ability cocktails. There's so much content to unwrap in there, and I'm going to give you a sneak peek here today of one of the plays that you can use against the meta. So let's talk about the play PA boot over. As you guys know, PA boot over is out of the gun bunch tight end. You can find it in a variety of playbooks: the Raiders, the Lions, the Seahawks, and I believe there's one or two other playbooks that also have this play. And this play is really popular because of the tight end delay fade that you can put on this play in rolling out. Now, let's first talk about a potential shadow nerf that EA may have made to this particular play. What I'm noticing here with this play is that your standard setup is to put the tight end on a delay fade, and then you're going to roll out, preferably scramble, straight to the sideline and let all of these crossing routes cross the field at various levels. And the problem is that you get this route underneath to hill that a lot of players will playmaker, and then you'll get this intermediate crossing route that gets over the top of 25-yard zones. And then all the deep zones in the game won't guard that crossing route to Robinson, because the skinny post to Watkins will pull all of them back as well. So what ends up happening is you are able to kind of roll out, and then you see that this Y route is just wide open on the sideline so frequently. Obviously, you have to get 2 feet in on this play. You also factor in that if your opponent covers those routes, what so many players tend to do is they just release the tight end. So you see right here, like, you go ahead and release the tight end, and if there's no match on that, you can just throw that ball, back across your body for a pretty big gain. So again, here, as you kind of take a look at this here, this is a play that can be a little bit of a problem. You just release the tight end and just chuck it across your body, and it kind of bails you out. And then the problem on top of that is that if you man up the tight end, so let me go ahead and put this guy here in man coverage on the tight end. If you do that, what ends up happening is you end up with, as soon as you break the pocket, the guy guarding the tight end chases you, leaving the tight end wide open. Now, fortunately, right there's a hook to play that. But let's go ahead and talk about the nerf. This nerf is really interesting to me because what you're going to see here is you actually can't scramble on this play. You will not be able to scramble anymore until you hit the wide hash. So watch this. I'm trying to scramble. It doesn't let me start scrambling until I hit that hash. Of course, this play is still good. I can still kind of throw that delay fade out across my body and still look for the crossers and the post and the drag, but it doesn't really let you scramble. So this kind of just goes to show, to me, it's another way that EA kind of slaps a band-aid on things rather than fixing the true issue, which is truthfully just the corner, or the tight end delay fade. Imagine here that I was running, obviously I don't have a skinny post to put X on, but let's say I was mimicking that play out of something else. Or let me do you one better. Let me just go into a different formation that has basically the same route combo. The problem wasn't PA boot over. The problem was that we literally are dealing with a concept that so many players like to run. So for instance, this is basically the same deal, right? Like, let's go ahead and put a drag. Obviously Hill's crosser would be a little bit different, but we'll put him on a slant or whatever, right? This is basically the same play. So what they're doing here is they're slapping this band-aid on that, it's not really addressing the real issue, which is that you can't really man up the tight end. The scramble logic is broken. We man up this tight end, and no matter what I do, we end up with that guy chasing the quarterback. So what do? They kind of look at it from a logic of, oh, well, how about this? If they, if they're just scrambling and abusing the system, we'll just go ahead and make scrambling slower. Well, no, the issue here is that we need somebody to guard the tight end, not that they're scrambling. So, that's just kind of what I've noticed. Obviously right here, it seems to me like on play action plays, they're not really letting you boot out as quickly. So that could have been a universal fix that they put in for play action. I'm not sure if that was in the most recent title updates, but let's say I set it up out of a regular pass, right? I can scramble right away. You see right here, I could do that right away. Now, obviously, Rashawn Gary's doing a good job here, but let's go ahead and take this back to PA boot over because people are still going to run this, albeit a little bit less than they were initially due to this little nerf that they put in the game. But what we're going to be doing here to counter this is we are going to choose any play that we want out of the nickel 2-4-5, or honestly, if you want to take all the work out of it for yourself, just go in and choose to play corner blitz 3. And you're just going to press and QB contain. And what that's going to do is that's going to put this player right here into contain logic, and it's going to bring this corner off the edge, forcing the tight end to block him. So now the tight end on the delay fade has to block Jair Alexander, and you're going to get a contain on the right tackle here from Rashawn Gary. That's going to end up with this player basically coming in untouched into the backfield. As soon as I go to scramble, he's right there waiting for us. So we really can't leave the pocket against this. Therefore, manning up the tight end is still an option here. So all you really have to do with this, press in QB contain. Now, like I said, you can create this out of other plays if you wish, but when it comes to this setup that everyone likes to spam, there's really no way to get outside the pocket against this concept. You could create this on your own. Again, you'll notice right here how close Jair Alexander is to line. I think the positioning of this player is pretty important, because if I do this out of like Tampa 2 and I blitz him, you'll see here that he's a little bit wider, and that obviously now you have to make adjustments with your zones to kind of do this, but there will be times that the blocking is kind of different. You see right here, it kind of messes up a little bit, and now we're right back to this working the same way. So, I think that calling the corner blitz 3 is better. So again, just press QB contain, and as soon as this play happens, you're gonna have Gary shooting straight into the backfield to get sacks on the quarterback. So this is a tip that I have in the latest update, this 2-4-5 defensive game plan. I'm telling you guys, this game plan is insane. It is you're gonna start to see a lot of people talking about 2-4-5 as a meta. And in particular, the abilities that I break down on the website that make that defense incredible. Those as a whole are going to be adopted, I have a feeling, into some other defenses that are already meta. And that's going to be something that you guys need to be aware of as you start to play. So whether you want to run it or you want to be prepared to face it, you guys definitely need to go check it out. GridironGameplans.gg, $9.95 unlocks the entire website. I promise you guys, this is one of my better defensive projects of the year. I know most of you guys think of me as a defensive player, so I'm really proud to get this content out. Definitely go check it out. Like I said, $9.95 a month unlocks the entire website. You can get that game plan, 4 other game plans, and 52 vault updates a year for just $9.95 a month. Guys, that's going to do it for today's video. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or complaints, drop those below. Make sure you guys follow the channel. Definitely head over to Gridiron Gameplans. Hopefully I'll see you there on the website. If not, I'll see you guys here with our next video upload. Until then, this is Zan. Get the lab and good luck.